So this is Holly here. I'm currently with Mia, one of the junior doctors that has flicked through my package. We're just going to go through it together and I'm going to ask some feedback questions based on the lorry method as we go through. So Mia's just going to take the control now. Do you think those learning outcomes are clear, Mia? Yes. Yeah. And do you think they're appropriate level for foundation doctors?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
Yeah, I should know.
Yep. Great, that worked. Okay, are the instructions clear, do you think, in what you're supposed to do in this image?
Yeah.
Can you give it a whirl for me?
Click on the bits to see what signs they have.
Great. So this is the next category, that was severity of exacerbation, and that relates to the second learning outcome. Do you think that this activity helps you with the second learning outcome of classifying? And do you have any feedback about the layout of this slide?
Yeah, I think it's quite clear. The fact that you click on different tabs, it just tells you about the bits that are relevant to each section. So it helps you know how to classify them all separately. I think it's laid out in quite a nice way, so it's quite easy to navigate.
Great, thank you. Right, can I see if you can do this activity quickly and check if it works together?
I've seen one of those and I can't remember. They keep on coming.
That's alright, just going to check to see. Hooray! See, there we go, that's good. Do you think that will help you kind of cement the information made from the previous slide?
Yeah, because it means that you've actually had to pay attention properly to the slide before, so you can actually, it consolidates what you've read and makes you realise that I've actually paid attention and learned something.
Do you reckon if you got to this slide and you were like, uh-oh, would you go back and...
I'd probably go back and reread them and then try
That's good.
again.
Should we double check that we can definitely go in both directions?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, do you want to give this clinical case a go? Again, I'm not marking you, I'm just seeing how the interaction works.
Wonderful. It's quite good there's an overview so you can see what you should have done.
Yeah. And you can try again if you need it as well. And that's another similar one. Do you think it's useful working through the cases and solving it bit by bit, or would you rather a big slide with lots of information?
I think it's better that they give you a little bit of information at a time, because the way I learn, I think it makes it easier to interpret what's been said, rather than if there's too much information on one slide, it makes it a bit much to read. think that makes it easier.
Do you think it's useful being able to link to the guidelines?
Yeah, I think linking to guidelines is good because it shows that it's based upon some like evidence based, and it's based on something as opposed to somebody's idea of what should be done.
Yeah, so do you think it means that you're more likely to be presented with accurate data without any kind of bias or kind of wrong information?
Yeah, I think it makes you probably take more from it because you know that it's giving you proper information, which I think is good, which you can apply to where you work.
So this slide used steps so you can kind of get the idea behind this is so that people kind of know when to escalate treatment in a stepwise fashion like you would do in real life. I don't know if you think that this is a good activity or if it's too repetitive.
I don't think it's repetitive. I think it's good because everything you read, and then if you're doing questions and cases, and you're consolidating what you actually learn. So I think it just makes you keep consolidating it so you learn more from it that way, rather than just linking information. Do you think that that relating it back to the first case and going through that example makes you more interested about the case in general, or do you think that it's kind of it doesn't really add much more to the presentation in terms of engaging your interest? I guess if you've watched the video at the beginning, it probably makes it a bit more like real life in some ways because it is related to like you've actually seen what the patient is doing as opposed to just reading about what they're doing. So sometimes it makes it a bit easier to actually like relate it to real life.
Do you think that the image next to the questions is distracting at all or interferes with your learning in this case?
I wouldn't say it interferes. I'm not sure it adds anything, but I wouldn't say it particularly interferes with it either.
Yep. Cool. We'll just quickly check that works if you want. Ask this one. Great, so you can click on some links.
Wait a minute. One, two, three, four, five. Inhalers are important. Let me tell you why.
Great, and then that's the survey there, which you kind of completed earlier. Thank you very much. Do you have any feedback in general that you wanted? Anything that you think I should change for further development or any compliments really?
I don't think so. I can't, other than what I've already put on the feedback form, I can't think of anything else to have.
Great. And is this something that you think would be generalisable to, we've used the Nottingham guidelines here because that's the hospital that we work at, but do you think it's generalisable to all foundation doctors in the country?
I'd say so. Maybe you'd have to take out the Nottingham guidelines if you were making it across, because the guidelines will change depending on where you work. But the fact that it's based against the BTS guidelines, then I think you could use that across foundation doctors.
Great, thank you very much. I'm just going to stop the recording.